We do have the Cincinnati Bengals sitting at 2-4 on the seasons, and the Browns sitting at 1-5. Joe Burrow is leading the quarterback situation, the 1,578 yards throwing for 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Jamar Chase is leading the receiving room with 556 yards with 5 touchdowns this season. So 2-4 Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Browns that are 1-5 on the season. An NFC AFC North battle. Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got? But key number one for the Bengals is to stop Myles Garrett. Now, I don't need to go too much more into this, but stop Myles Garrett. No player has sacked Joe Burrow more than Myles Garrett. In 6 games, Myles Garrett has sacked Joe Burrow 8 times. 8 sacks in just 6 games, plus 16 hits and 21 pressures to go along with those 8 sacks. The Cincinnati Bengals need to get 4 hands on Myles Garrett each and every play. They need to double team him, if not triple team him, every play. The Bengals have to understand what he is capable of and better have the best game plan out there to stop him. 4 hands is how you're going to stop Myles Garrett. Let somebody else eat, but you have to stop Myles Garrett. That is key number 1. Key number 2, emotional game. This is going to be an emotional game. Not only is this a division game, but Big Chubb is back. You guys heard that right. Nick Chubb is officially back. He will be 100% fresh, and the Browns will be hyped. The fans will be crazy. The players will be crazy, and the players are going to want him to eat. The players are going to want to welcome him back. But I expect him to get limited snaps, but the Bengals need to know when he is in there. Know that when he is in there, he's going to get the ball. If you stop it early, you take the hype of Nick Chubb is back out fast. So you have to know when Nick Chubb is in the game and be prepared to blitz. Maybe have a spy on him. But don't let him get going at all. Do not let the Browns feed off of that the emotion of Nick Chubb coming back. And key number 3 is a clean game. Last year, the Bengals had the rain to blame for the loss to the Browns. This year, no rain in sight. They are fairly healthy across the board, but they need a nice, clean game. No stupid penalties, no interceptions, no fumbles, aka no self-inflicted wounds, no self-inflicted mistakes. If they make a stupid mistake, a personal foul here or a personal foul there, it will cost them the game. The Browns are 1-5, but a costly mistake, a stupid flag, a taunting, this, and this is going to cost you the game. So play a clean game. So number 1, stop Myles Garrett. Do I need to say more? Cheers to that. Stop Myles Garrett. Number 2, take the emotion out of it. Take Nick Chubb out. Take him out early. Stop him before he even gets going. And then number 3, play a clean game. Those are the key 3s for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the 3 keys to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, guys, are a team that they're just lost, right? They just traded Amari Cooper away for a third round pick. They really don't have a number 1 receiver anymore, and Deshaun Watson just is not Deshaun Watson. So key number 1 is Deshaun Watson needs to find his mojo. Deshaun Watson needs to do something. Watson, just guys face it, has not been a good quarterback since joining the Browns a couple seasons ago. He has been average at best. He's had flashes of good games, but he's never put a complete good game together. The Browns need to find him, and the Browns need to get him in a rhythm early. Without his number 1 receiver in Amari Cooper, not there anymore, they need to find quick passes, a screen game, maybe a couple ends around with a little shovel pass, right? Get his confidence up, get him in a rhythm. Maybe even run a hurry up offense. That may not be a bad idea either. But if Deshaun Watson does not find his mojo and find it early, do not be afraid to bench him. Do not be afraid to bench Deshaun Watson for Jameis. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. But Deshaun Watson needs to find his mojo and needs to find it early. Key number 2. Let Myles Garrett eat. We talked about how great Myles Garrett has been versus the Bengals. 8 sacks, 16 hits, 21 pressures. He has been great. What I want to see is Myles Garrett get on some one-on-one action. Whether it's by blitzing a linebacker on his side or do a heavy D front, shift everybody over to the left and have him one-on-one on the right-hand side all by himself. But I want to see Myles Garrett in the backfield, and I want to see him get some pressure. Let him eat. Let him eat. And just like key number 3 for the Bengals, it's the same thing for the Browns. Play on the emotion. The Browns are 1-5 this season. They are 1-5 this season. They have nothing to play for at this particular point. Nick Chubb is back. Build off the hype. Build off the hype of the crowd. Build the hype up off of Nick Chubb. Let the emotions start to run through you and control the game. Now, don't use all that emotion in pregame in the first quarter. Save it, but play on the emotion. Meaning, when Nick Chubb's in there, give him the damn ball. It's simple as that. Simple as that. So who do you guys got? You guys got the Bengals or the Browns in this game? Bengals or Browns? Bengals or